Hello, this is Matt Jarrell coming to you once again with the DailyFlipz podcast. Today my guest is social media editor for DailyFlipz, Matt McPheron. Matt, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right, Matt.
It's good to talk to you today. So tell me, what do you do as the social media editor for DailyFlipz?
Well, what I do, Matt, is I put all of the stories that go on DailyFlipz website, and I put them all on Facebook, and I create a published piece that people can click on and get redirected to the story with a picture and a brief description so they know exactly what they're clicking on.
Very interesting. Do you work with the reporters personally, or do you just take their writings directly from the website?
No, I usually just take the writings directly from the website. I don't work with anybody personally. We are in a group, so what they do is they notify me when stories are posted, and I go in there and I read every story and I learn a little bit about it so I can make a description for people to click on.
And how many stories do you typically post at a time?
I try to post at least 3 or 4 per day, depending on my work schedule and depending on how the stories are being uploaded onto the site. It varies by week.
So is Facebook the only social media that you use?
Yes, it is currently.
And have you found any difficulties with the posting process or getting everything published?
Not really. It's a pretty seamlessly, well, besides the photos. The photos are a little bit difficult putting in there because you kind of want them exactly right for the preview, but on occasion they kind of don't come out how you want, and there's not really an editing tool to fix it, so you kind of just got to go with the flow.
Very interesting. Now, as someone that posts this to Facebook, have you heard back from anyone through Facebook about these stories? Anyone read on your Facebook these stories and contacted you?
No, because it's not actually my personal Facebook. It's the DailyFlipz Facebook. So when they do post or comment or share, it just goes right from there. And we have a lot of activity. Within the DailyFlipz Facebook, you can see how many people it's reaching and how many people have clicked on it. But I have not interacted with people on a personal level within that.
And someone who has read these stories and republished them through Facebook, has there been any one or maybe even more stories that you read and you thought, I really need to get this out there? This is a very good story that people need to read.
Actually, there have been a couple of them that I try to time right to get the most traffic. For instance, the video story about hunger in Dayton, I thought was really, really well made. So what I did was, even though it was posted on Flips a few days before a couple of the other stories, I kind of waited to make that the last post before spring break because I figured that would get the most hits within the website.
Very nice, very nice. Well, Matt, I thank you for coming on the DailyFlipz podcast today and talking about your position as social media editor.
You're welcome. Thanks a lot for having me.
This has been Matt Jarrell once again with the DailyFlipz podcast.